And this is exactly what troopers and glider riders from the 101st Airborne Division would have worn when they went into the lines in Bastogne in late December 1944. The M43 uniform consisted of around 20 new items, and in fairness, it was quite revolutionary for the time that it was developed. Starting with the jacket, it was a 4-pocket, standardized jacket that got rid of all of the other variations that the US Army had previously, such as the M1941 jacket. It's a pretty good design. It's made of a cotton sateen material, and to a large degree, it's actually kind of windproof. And it was designed to be worn a bit bigger so that you could put a liner, a pile liner, underneath this jacket, and then a jumper, your OD flannel shirt, and then any other layers underneath that. So the US Army at the time was looking at the layering system, which is common practice these days for cold weather conditions. The trousers were of the same material, and both in the OD7 shade, the new olive drab 7 shade, a much darker green than the US Army had used previously. Now, because this uniform represents what the 101st were wearing when they went into Bastogne in December 1944, the 101st had taken their trousers and had their riggers that were attached to their parachute units, and they were modified with huge canvas pockets. Now, these canvas pockets and these modifications had been done prior to Operation Market Garden. Because they're paratroopers, they have to jump into combat and they're lightly armed, so they need the maximum load carrying capacity that their uniform and their equipment will allow. And that meant, much like the M1942 paratrooper uniform, the 1943 uniform had these big pockets added by the riggers from each division. The 101st and the 82nd by this time were standardised. The 17th Airborne, who would also go into the line in Bastogne, but later on during the Battle of the Bulge, their pockets were cut slightly differently. They were a little bit bigger, and they also had canvas knee reinforcements. But the 101st would wear the same pattern from September 1944 all the way through to the end of the war in May 1945.